welcome back to Honest Lifestyle. Well, those who are new here, I'm Khushi and I make videos on productivity, parenting and minimalist low-waste lifestyle. So do subscribe for new videos every week. Well, hands down, this is my favorite time of the year. I just love this time of Christmas and New Year. I have so many beautiful memories from my childhood. There were a bunch of my friends who were all Gujaratis and they used to, stay opposite to my Nanaji's place in my hometown. And every Christmas and New Year, we would dress up, throw a party with kids in the society, and we would dance, we would play skits, and we would narrate stories, and we would organize so many things around that time. Another reason why I love this time is probably because my schooling has been missionary throughout, because there used to be so many holidays, and during the Christmas there would be so much of celebration in the school. We would hear so many stories. Another thing which I can remember is there used to be a huge fair. There was a church in our hometown. I mean, the church is still there. As kids, every year we would go there and we would go and enjoy the rides, those games where you put rings on the items, or you put a coin in the bucket of water through a bangle. This time of the year is completely nostalgic for me, and I just love it with all my heart. So as to speak, as the season grows on us, the New Year, the festivals and all of those things, we often tend to overspend and go over our budget and beyond. We only realize this probably in the next year when our credit card bill arrives or we are out of cash. So in this video, I'll talk about some of the money saving tips. That is how you can save money during Christmas and New Year. These are some basic money saving hacks. So let me start with the first tip. Set a budget for yourself and your family. And I would suggest, if possible, set separate budgets for Christmas and New Year, even though they are just a week apart. But what happens is, in the festivity of Christmas, you will end up spending majority of your budget from New Year, and then when New Year comes, you will overspend. This is what I like to do. Basically, this year I decided to go a little simple because Varu is quite young, and so we decided to keep things which will be eco-friendly, mostly zero waste, and things which will create more memories than materialistic things. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to chalk out a budget for Christmas and New Year. What I suggest you is you first decide the budget. Say 5,000, 3,000, 10,000 for a family. So set aside some money for gifts. And in gifts, I would suggest you to do a lot of DIYs, or things which are zero waste and eco-friendly. In my next video, I'll come up with a lot of ideas of zero waste and eco-friendly gift items. Hopefully, it will be helpful for a lot of you out there. Also, then you can decide for the decoration, whether you want to use last year's or new decorations. You can decide for the baking things, like if you want to bake something, if you want to go and order cakes and pastries, and things like that. One thing I would suggest is try to be a Santa for someone, helping someone in need. That small gesture might mean a lot for that person. So that is one thing. And always keep a buffer, whether it's Christmas or it's New Year budget. Keep a buffer so that when you have some buffer, you will not overspend and you will have money to spend from that buffer, or in fact save money in case it's left out. Same goes for the New Year plan. Now, if you are going on a vacation with your family for that entire week, then it obviously makes more sense to do it, combine budgeting for both Christmas and New Year together. In that case, you can plan out like your stay, your food expenses, your travel expenses, cab, shopping, and so on. What I have planned this year is that we'll probably celebrate New Year's Eve in our home. I'm planning to decorate our home with certain maybe flowers and fairy lights and things like that, because with such a small baby, it will make more sense to be comfy in our homes and celebrate it with the family. So that is what I'm planning to do. However, I really want to go out on a movie this time, because it has been more than a year I have not gone to a movie since the time I got pregnant. I think in second trimester I had gone. After that, I have not been to a single movie, and that Bollywood kida in me keeps telling me that I have to go watch movie in a theater. So yeah, once in 1.5 years is obviously a treat. Now another important thing that I would like to tell you is, when you make a budget, when you plan it out, do tell it to someone else. Tell it to another living soul. Tell it to someone, maybe your best friend, your mom, your husband. Well, if you tell your husband, you're definitely gonna spend less. So, jokes apart, but yeah. So, tell it to someone so that when you are slipping into that zone of overspending, that person will be there to tap you out from that zone and will be like, hey, you know what, you have already reached the limit and I would suggest you stop spending now. So you need that monitoring, especially during this festive season. Now my second tip is, don't go overboard for the sake of others. Because Christmas and New Year is not basically about throwing money around. The spirit of these festivals or holidays is basically get more time with your family, spend time with the people you love, and surround yourself with goodness and warmth. So for that, you don't always need money. There are more than one ways to do these things. Be creative, get adventurous, and do different things in different ways. And trust me, a lot of those things will not require huge amounts of money. Now my third tip is, during festivals, you will see sale everywhere calling out to you. Please don't give in and make impulse purchase. Think twice before purchasing something. Think of the long run, whether you really need it or not. That particular dress that you try on in your, in the trial room, and it seems so good, and all your friends are like, it's really pretty and you should buy it. Although deep within you are unsure and you're not that confident about it, and you know that it will wind up in one corner of your cupboard and you'll not wear it again, please don't buy it. Think for 2 minutes, take a deep breath, and then you'll have your answer whether you really need to buy that dress or not. Same goes for any other item, maybe a decor piece which looks so good and charmingly pleasant in a home center or urban ladder or any fancy store. Always remember, whichever store and whatever particular decor item you're looking at, they are aesthetically placed in heavy lightings and with the best color palette possible to make the particular product pop out, making customers buy that particular product. So obviously it's all about consumerism. That's what they are promoting, and that is why they are in the business. So you have to fight your urge to buy those things and keep yourself away from making such impulse purchases. Now my next tip is around giving gifts to people during Christmas and New Year. Well, it's very important that you give someone things that that they would absolutely and most certain use. Also, the great way to save money here is do DIYs, which will show great gesture and love towards that person, and it will save you money and it will make a lot of memories as well. Just to give you a small example, this Christmas, what I have planned is we will do our family handprints on the canvas and get it framed. It has been long overdue. We have been, pushing it since Varu was born, because he was obviously not even 1 year until now, and I was afraid of using paints on his hand. So probably now will be a good time to try it out, and it will make for a perfect memory of this year's Christmas and New Year. It is super inexpensive and full of great gestures and feelings, emotions bound together. My last and most important hack is, try to make memories with your family, friends, and the people you love, because at the end of the day, it's memory that you will cherish in the future. All the adventures that you go through together, all the funny incidents that you have along with each other, that is what you will laugh about in the future, and not the expensive watch or the dress that you gift each other. Because these things are insignificant and perishable. They will not remain forever. Click lots and lots of pictures, make collage, stick it up on the wall of the room, do fun things, do crazy little things which you will cherish in future and which you will remember and laugh over and over again. That is the whole point of celebrating festivals with friends and family. Now do let me know in the comment section, which is that one secret hack of yours that you follow to save money or be in budget during festivals and holidays. I wish you have a very happy and festive time ahead. If you did like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more videos like this. See you soon, stay happy and stay blessed.